Hey, Toily, you been out to catering yet?
No, why?
Oh, they've got quite a spread. Pancakes, waffles, eggs, sausage, bacon.
Oh, sounds amazing.
Oh, it is. But you better go now because you know they pack up once the show starts. And they've got fresh fruit, oatmeal, cream of wheat, cereal.
Okay, Galpin, I'm going.
Yeah, but Toily, don't miss the crepes or English muffins with the assortment of jams or jellies. It really is the... Well, Toily, the show's starting.
Galpin!
Sorry. You would really love their selection of dried nuts and berries. Live from Hollywood, it's Wednesdays with Toily. With Toily's special guest, legendary comedian and funny songwriter Haywood Banks. Plus, a visit with John B. DeHaas. I'm your announcer, Galpin Ford, and now, here's your host, Toily T. Paper.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited you've decided to join us for another episode of Wednesdays with Toily. We have got a heck of a show for you today, and we're going to start it off the only way we know how, with a visit with our good pal, John B. DeHaas. Oh, John, it's so good to see you, my friend. Happy Wednesday.
Good to see you too. Happy Wednesday as well.
I'm so excited for today's show. Thank you for specifying it is to me.
Exactly.
Now, John, our guest today is Haywood Banks, and one of his most popular songs is a song about toast. And that got me thinking, John, what is your favorite breakfast food? What do you love to have for breakfast? Because I know you are a food aficionado.
Food aficionado. Let me think. Favorite breakfast food.
Yeah.
If I remember like a big old something or other, then probably like a Belgian waffle or pancakes and something.
I know when I was something or other. I don't know what that.
Like a big.
That was
like
one of my.
breakfast.
Shut up! So Belgian waffles.
Something like that. Like when I came out to visit you in California, we went to Porto's and had delicious
Porto's, yeah.
breakfast pastries there, which were delish. So
yeah, Porto's, if you want to sponsor us, please feel free to sponsor us. It'd be great.
We got Porto's, we got Levain's.
And then Milneedy's. Milneedy's is a dry cleaner here in Burbank. And
yes.
When John has come out to we do shows, I got to pick up my show suits at the dry cleaner. And this dry cleaner on Friday and Saturdays, they lay out a spread. They've got hot dogs and what is that, charcuterie? What is that, charcuterie plates or whatever?
Charcuterie plate, yes, like little cubes of cheese.
Yeah.
And you got those sandwich cookies.
Those
and
are my
then a popcorn
favorites.
machine. It's
Popcorn
all just
machine?
healthy. But there's pictures
John's
of
favorite
me.
restaurant.
Yeah, Toily has pictures of me eating a hot dog at Milneedy's, and he keeps calling it my favorite restaurant. So
that is your favorite restaurant. Now, my mom, one morning when I was up visiting my mom, I had gone home to visit my parents, and my mom said, I'm making French toast this morning. Do you want French toast? And I said, yeah, I love it. French toast is great. Here's what she did. This was crazy. She had whole loaves of bread, and she cut them into these big cubes. They look like the size of like a remote control. They were these big cubes but a little bit more square, but that size. And then she took these like ketchup bottles, but not with ketchup in it, but it had like different kinds of filling, squirted it into the French toast. So it was like boysenberry jam and strawberry jam and chocolate and then she rolled them in like crushed up cornflakes and fried them. And John, deep fried stuffed French toast.
Oh yeah.
She only ever did it once, but I still talk about that goddamn day because it was amazing.
That sounds like they do a French toast. They do a stuffed French toast at the Kona Cafe at the Polynesian, which is very, very similar. It's a big old square, and it's I think it's got like bananas and caramel, and it's very healthy, for breakfast.
God, it's
Start
fantastic.
your day with that.
Well, John, play us a little music. Play us some songs here for us.
Yeah, I will.
Play a little something. See ya, bye. All right, there we go. John B. DeHaas, Thank you, my friend. It is time for our special guest. Gilpin, take it away.
Toily, today's guest is legendary comedian and songwriter Haywood Banks.
Haywood Banks, welcome to Wednesdays with Toily.
Oh, yeah. Good guy.
My gosh, it is so great to talk to you. I'm such a huge fan of your work. I wanted to ask, you are an incredible guitar player, and even just setting up for this interview, you were strumming away. When did you start playing guitar?
I'm an old guy. You can't tell by looking at me, but I started, it's about 55 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hopefully in 55 years, you pick up a couple of licks if you're going to play the whole time.
And do you play any other instruments, or is guitar your thing? Is that your thing?
Well, guitar, toaster. Toaster's been a big instrument for me, and I play a little bit of piano, but that's about it. Just about 4 or 5 keys in the middle.
Right. That's great. Now, what made you when you were starting to play guitar? What was the decision like? I'm going to write funny songs.
Well, I've been like making up songs since I was even younger than that, and a friend of mine's, a friend of my parents gave me a couple of Tom Lear CDs, or not CDs. They were set little small 33 1/3 inch records, and I just played the hell out of them and or the heck out of them too, and there's a lot. I have a number of songs that I have a song called Teeny Little Dust Mites that starts out just like When the Shades of Night Are Falling, which is a Tom Lear song. But Tom Lear is such a genius that he's like the beginning, the hub of most comedy music.
Yeah, Tom Lear is a genius. He's absolutely amazing. I love him. So he was your influence. So when you were starting out.
Pigeon Park, you can't. I Want to Hold Your Hand in Mine. Great.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of your songs kind of start out like his too, because his songs will start out like, oh, this is going to be lovely, and then it has a twist to it.
Well, that's the idea of writing a pretty melody with subversive lyrics on top of it, and trying. I wrote songs for years before I really actually got into comedy, and so the writing part of it is like the kind of the literature part of all those writing skills. I try and combine all those things into writing a song.
Well, and you're also very great at writing songs, funny, hilarious songs about sort of mundane things. So it's like wiper blades, or the wheels on a big rig, or toast. Do you just look around and go, what am I going to write a song about? What's funny?
Well, there's so many subjects to write about, and pretty much everybody just writes about love, whether they're falling in love or falling out of love or they're in love, and that's. So it really leaves a whole lot of area to write a song.
Yeah. One of my favorite love songs that you wrote, I mean, I know you do write a few about love, is One I Love.
Yes.
That's another song that the first time I heard it, I was on the floor laughing at how great that song was.
And a lot of paper products are some of my biggest fans.
That's
so it's
right.
Really, thank you.
Yeah, we love you. You're big in the toilet paper world. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I hope you take it as such.
Thank you. I'm totally wiped out by that information.
There you go. Now you have taken some of your songs and have kind of turned them into children's books as well, which I think is really neat.
Well, thank you. I have a toast book that a great illustrator made. Just copied the lyrics and drew out a little story going with toast, and I have a song called Fly's Eyes. I'm looking at the world through Fly's eyes, and that was another. It turned into a kid's book. You got to try everything,
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's and with your songs are so.
I'm sure you didn't start out wanting to be a talking roll of toilet paper. You know, it's like you have aspirations in your life, and you go,
That's right.
"Okay, I'm a roll of toilet paper talking. Good, okay."
Yeah, we all have dreams.
Yeah,
And this is what it winds up being. You play the hand you're dealt, right, Haywood? You play the hand you're dealt.
yeah, exactly. You know, you don't pick. You know, I didn't pick this face. You know, I wanted to be a handsome, romantic folk singer, and I turned out to be funny and and a guitar player. So
Yeah.
that's how it worked.
Now, you are someone who I know does lots of live comedy shows. How has the pandemic? Are you grateful for the time off? Or are you ready to get back out there?
Well, I've played pretty much continuously for my whole career, and not more than a week or two off. And the biggest gap I have had was between Thanksgiving and the middle of January, and to have 13 months, where I haven't played anything. I have a couple of. I'm getting my second COVID shot tomorrow, and at the beginning of April, I've got 2 gigs that people bought tickets a year ago, and so it's really it's like, oh no, what do I do for a living?
Yeah. Have you been writing a lot of songs during the pandemic?
Yeah, I've got. It's some writing songs, some just repairing. I've got things that I got to like 90% and then just kind of dropped, or I didn't like the direction they were going in, and so I've gone back and reworked some of the songs. Put sometimes it takes some, like Toast just kind of happened. Toast just like appeared to me at a gig one night. And I wrote the first verse and went up on. I was in the South Bronx. I was the middle act, and I was waiting to go on. And I just had a toaster because I thought maybe I could make toast on stage. And I'm just like tapping on the toaster. I go, all around the country and coast to coast, people like toast. People ask me what I like most. I say toast. Yeah, toast. And I went on stage and did it, and they loved it. And then they hated everything I did afterwards. So Toast is now at the end of my show, is what I'm trying to say. That
it's your closer. It's the big closer.
Closer, yeah.
Now, do you still have that same toaster, or do you go through toasters, pretty regularly?
It depends on the toaster, but yeah, it usually they last maybe two months, maybe.
Wow, I would think they would be more durable than that.
It depends. The new toasters go faster. The old ones, are a little beefier. They last longer.
They don't make them like they used to.
No, they sure don't. Especially when you're beating on them with a pair of forks.
Right. Well, Haywood, I would love it if you could play a song for us. I would love to hear a song.
This is a new song. Well, it's kind of an old song that I've just worked on and tried to fix up again. This is called Octopus Suit. The octopus appears preoccupied, that his tailoring's first class. Buttons are no problem, zip a zip, snaps all snap. Standing in the 3-way mirror, he checks collar, cuff, and boot. When an octopus is putting on his octopus suit, I've seen him in the steam room, and brother, don't you know, you can't help but thinking, man, this octopus has let himself go. If clothes make the man, well, I tell you what, it can't compare to what a nice suit will do for an octopus. Well, I'm mystified how he decides with 8 legs how to organize. Where goes a glove? Where goes a shoe? But why aren't they called articles instead of tentacles? When an octopus is putting on his octopus suit. Now several of those cephalopods act like they're a gift from God, but be warned, they better watch their beak. Beware who dare disturb his lunch, 'cause they'll receive a sucker punch with great flair, he disappears in a cloud of ink. Oh, his wants and needs are much the same as yours and mine. He puts on his trousers, one leg, 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 one leg at a time. And he looks so sharp and fast, makes you feel like you want to salute when an octopus is putting on his octopus suit. When an octopus is putting on his octopus suit.
Yeah, I love it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Haywood Banks, thank you so much for playing that for us.
Hey, I'm on Twitter and YouTube, and I'm always saying something on Twitter. So, but anyway.
Awesome. Well, Haywood, thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Look for my Never Trust a Puppet song.
There you go. Yes, never trust. Listen, I don't trust puppets either. Puppets are the worst. They creep me out. I agree with you. All right. Thank you, Haywood Banks.
Okay. Thank you, Charlie.
Fantastic work, John. Well, what a show we had today, ladies and gentlemen. My thanks to the amazing Haywood Banks. My thanks to John V. DeHaas. And my thanks to you for watching. I will see you next time right here on Wednesdays with Toily, because right now, I gotta go!
You've been watching Wednesdays with Toily, starring Toily T. Paper, with special guest Haywood Banks and musical director John B. DeHaas. For Wednesdays with Toily, this is your announcer, Galpin Ford, saying good night. Galpin Ford's wardrobe provided by Sims of North Hollywood.